Hello, good morning. So let's start our Karlakattai session. See, the purpose of this class um, is to educate everyone about how a typical traditional Karlakattai class is conducted. Okay, so that's what we are going to do today. We are going to do a Karlakattai slash Mudgar class in a traditional way, right? And this is also then this recording can also be something that you can use to practice on your own, right? But of course, since like this is like one 45 or 50-minute class, we are going to be able to cover only a couple of Karlakatai rotations, which is obvious. um, but at least this is going to give you some idea on what's the right way, what's the correct way to practice Karlakatai and Mudgar so that you don't develop aches and pains, you do not develop any injuries, right? Because I've been practicing and teaching this, not just teaching, but also practicing this for more than 5 years now, right? And this has given me a strong foundation for everything else, all other forms of martial arts that I have been practicing. So let's start. We start with salutation, arms up in Namaskar Mudra. Step with your left foot in front, right knee on the floor. Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. Touch the ground 3 times. Get into alignment, which is tucking your tailbone in. See, I've talked about alignment in a number of my previous sessions. So I recommend that you watch those videos as well. But getting into alignment is there are a few things that you have to keep in mind when you get into alignment for your Karlakatai or Mudgar practice. So the most important thing is to tuck your tailbone in, to keep your knees always soft. Never lock your knees. Knees should always be relaxed, shoulders relaxed, and also slightly pull them back because most of us have, especially women, have a bad habit of protruding shoulders. So shoulders get rounded. Okay, so slightly pull your shoulders back. Relax them, slightly pull them back so is um, your chest is more expanded, right? Okay, so let's start the class. Arms at shoulder level, palms facing down. Let's simply start swinging the arms. Make sure you do not hold your breath at any point. So just breathe at your own pace. Changing the movement, a simple, relaxed twist. Remember, don't lock your knees. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Tailbone is tucked in. And don't hold your breath. Relax. Next movement. Again, arms at shoulder level. We are going to move right arm, right leg together, left arm, left leg together. It's just a simple swinging of your legs combined with movement of arm. Relax. Changing the movement. Arms parallel, palms facing down. Simply swing your arms like this. Keep your arms loose, heavy, relaxed. Relax. Changing the movement. Now, arms like this. Hold your arms like this. Stretch and take your arm behind your head. Remember, don't lose the alignment. Make sure you don't bend your head as you lift your arms up. Okay, relax. Change the movement. Again, arms are going to be parallel. Simply swing your arms like this from side to side. Make sure you move your shoulders and hips. Make sure you move your shoulders and hips. Okay, relax. Now let's switch to some Tarai Padam movements for core and shoulder stabilization. Okay, so get your yoga mat and we are going to uh, do the movements on the floor. Okay, I hope you can see me. Uh, yeah, you can. Right. Okay. So, first movement we are going to do plank on the floor. This is one of the Tarai Padam movements. So, for plank, to do the plank correctly, keep your fingers stretched and open like this. Make sure your shoulders, elbows, wrists are in one straight line. Keep your tailbone tucked in as usual and contract your glute muscles and lower abdomen muscles. Okay, so let's hold the plank. Remember all the points: shoulders, elbows, wrists in one line, tailbone is tucked in, glutes and lower abdomen is contracted. Bring your knees down, sit back. So we are holding plank for 20 counts and sitting back for 20 counts. Let's go again. We're going to do 3 cycles. So this is the second one. Again, remember all the points in mind. Sit back. Let's do the last round. and sit back. Okay. Now sit back in cross-leg position. So your hands are crossed over your chest. Okay, we lost connection for some time there. Let's continue. So sit in Sukhasan. Keep your arms relaxed, heavy and loose, and just twist. Now sit in Vajrasan and continue. Switch to Vajrasan and continue. Okay, relax. Now let's start Karlakattai practice. Let us start Karlakattai practice. Get ready with your Karlakattai. So we start with salutation again. Step with your left foot in front, arms up in Namaskar Mudra, Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam, and towards Karlakattai 3 times. Grab Karla with your right hand, and we are as usual in how it's done in a traditional right way. We start with single hand rotation. So just follow me. This is a follow along class, so you can just follow me. Okay, now we move to the second rotation. See, remember that any typical traditional Karlakattai class will have a practice of two or three rotations, and an ideal Karlakattai class will have at least one rotation which will be about lifting. Okay, so the Karlakatai practice is not just about swinging, because as I've explained before, that when you focus only on the rotations which are about swinging, you're just focusing on the muscular endurance part. But we have to bring in the musculoskeletal strength part also. So then for that, you need to have in your Karlakatai class, you need to have a rotation which focuses on lifting also, right? Otherwise, also a swinging movement can challenge the musculoskeletal strength part if the Karlakatai, if the density of Karlakatai is heavy. If the Karlakatai is heavy and the density of the material from which the Karlakatai is made, if that is heavy, then even a swinging movement will challenge the musculoskeletal strength part. But otherwise, if not, if you are using a medium weight Karlakatai, which is not very heavy, which is not made from a dense material, then you have to, in that case, make sure that in your Karlakatai class there is at least one rotation which focuses on the lifting and pulling aspect to work on the musculoskeletal strength part, right? So today we are going to do Udal Sutru, body rotation. So just follow me. Make sure that you're not excessively swinging your Karlakatai. We are focusing on the lifting. As you breathe in, lift your Karla up. As you breathe out, bring it down. Okay. Closing salutation. This time, right foot in front. Arms up in Namaskar Mudra. Again, Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. Okay, so this is a class which anyone with decent level of fitness, mobility flexibility and endurance can follow. But the way we teach beginners, especially for beginners, we for a few weeks we just make them do single hand rotation and no other rotations. And then when a teacher observes that their coordination, their endurance, mobility seems good with single hand rotation, then we start teaching them other rotations. So right now, what we did was we did 54 repetitions of single hand rotation and then 54 repetitions of body rotation, Udal Sutru. But otherwise, in the class, we would generally do 54 repetitions of single hand rotation and 108 rotations, 108 repetitions of any other rotation, right? So I hope this gives you a good clarity about how a typical traditional and right way of practicing learning and practicing Karlakatai is, right? So now after this, after you finish your practice, you can do Shavasana for 5 minutes. Shavasana is simply lying down on your back and just relaxing your body. So that you can do for 5 to 10 minutes and then go for uh, whatever your daily activity is, right? So I'm just checking the comments. Akshaya, namaste. Girish, namaste. Is it necessary to keep the other hand engaged in? Oh, is it necessary to keep the other hand engaged in all Karla Sutras? I haven't understood the question. Uh, let's say if you're working only with one hand, then the other hand will always be on the abdomen. Okay, so that's how we do it. If you're working with both the hands, like if you're practicing a double-handed Karlakatai, then of course both your hands are engaged. But otherwise, your one hand, which is not engaged, will always remain on the abdomen. Okay, you're welcome, Akshaya. Okay, so I think I'll do a few more classes like this, covering some different aspects of Karlakatai, traditional Karlakatai practice. I hope you found this session useful. If you have, then please share it with other practitioners as well, as it will benefit them. And if you want to learn properly, then of course join the online class where we teach systematically. I've been teaching for more than 5 years now. So in the online class, first you will learn Padam and then you will start learning Karlakatai when you get ready. By the way, there is a level 2 Karlakatai training. Level 2 is basically Karlakatai, level 1 is Padam. So 21 week level 2 training is starting from 23rd August. It's a 21-week course and it's a level 2 course where we teach Karlakatai. Level 3 is about Gada and then steel clubs. That's a more intense training. So I recommend if you have already done Maypadam for some time, you can do the level 2 course. But if you haven't, then I recommend that you start with Maypadam and then move on to level 2, which is Karlakatai. So there are two ways you can learn here on this platform. First is through the online live class where we are having 4 live classes every week and also recordings are provided. And then second way is to join the 21-week course, which is like it's a fixed duration course for level 2 uh, learning, right? So, okay, for any questions, get in touch with me through comments, and I think my contact details are there here in the description of the video as well. And I'll see you soon in the next video. So, thank you and have a nice day.